And now let's turn our attention to Italy. It is wrestling with a bear problem. This week, a forest bear was killed in northern Italy by members of the Forestry Corps. He was deemed dangerous to humans and showed apparently excessive confidence. That's the term they use. The bear showed excessive confidence, so authorities killed him. Now, many Italians are not taking this well. Animal rights activists are protesting. The environment minister has questioned the culling. But Italy is hardly the only one with this problem. Romania cannot bear its rising bear attacks either. In Japan, bear attacks are at a record high. Research says attacks have increased significantly over the past 2 decades the world over. But the reasons differ from country to country. Our next report brings you more.
Bears are crucial for the environment. They are ecosystem engineers. They help spread seeds, strip bark from trees, clean up carcasses. They also control populations of prey species like deer. This allows more plants to thrive. Thanks to bears, species across the food chain benefit. So when bear populations decline, it makes sense that people would panic. This happened in the Alps around the mid-1990s, when brown bears became functionally extinct. Only a handful were remaining, all of them in Trentino, a mountainous city in northern Italy. So the European Union stepped in. Between 1996 and 2004, it funded 2 projects. The aim was to reverse this decline and to save the species. So 10 bears were brought in from Slovenia. Their population was monitored. And now there are over 100 bears in the region, twice the number the scientists had hoped for. So the plan was successful and hugely popular. When it started, 75% of Italians showed support. But now, sentiments have changed. This is a classic case of too much of a good thing. Bears have become a problem for Italy. In 2005, a bear wandered into Germany. In 2008, another entered Switzerland. Both were killed. Last year, 2 bears were found dead in Italy. In the same year, another bear mauled a 26-year-old to death. The same bear attacked 2 hikers in 2020 as well. The matter has now reached the courts. Authorities want it killed. Activists want it transferred to Romania. Among many such legal battles, this week, authorities killed a bear in northern Italy. They claim it was becoming dangerous to humans. It allegedly followed people on 3 occasions and exhibited quote-unquote excessive confidence. But its culling has sparked outrage among protesters who say the action was too swift. Now the Italian environment minister has questioned the decision. But Italy is hardly the only one battling the bear problem. Between 2000 and 2015, there were over 600 bear attacks the world over, with the highest numbers in Europe and America. But over time, the attacks have only increased. In fact, bear attacks rank the highest in a list of attacks on humans by different species, and 9% of bear attacks proved fatal. An experiment may have contributed to this in Italy, but there are 2 big reasons for bear attacks worldwide. One is climate change. With a warming planet, animals are fast losing their natural habitats and encroaching on urban areas. This can be seen in Romania, the bear capital of Europe. It has over 6,000 bears. Between 2016 and 2021, there were 154 bear attacks on humans. The second reason behind attacks is a decrease in the density of humans. We see this in Japan. It has an aging population. Now some prefectures in mountainous regions are sparsely populated. And last year, bear attacks in Japan reached a record high. Numbers exceeded 200 attacks for the first time. But despite the varying reasons, one thing is common across nations. The situation is dramatic and dangerous, and governments need to act fast before the situation becomes too difficult to bear.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.